Hey guys, Gregory here. Today we're going to be talking about strumming once more, but this time we're going to be talking about how to feel comfortable learning and even memorizing any strumming pattern. So let's go. Let's talk a little bit about what strumming patterns are. Now the strumming pattern that we use in a song depends on the rhythm of the song, and we're going to go with the most common time signature that we find in music, and that's songs that are in 4/4 time, meaning 4 clicks in a bar. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So a strumming pattern is us trying to create a groove over that very simple beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we could start by strumming maybe just the first beat of those 4 beats, which sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Or all 4 beats like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1 and 3 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I've just done there, I've actually created a couple different strumming patterns based off of that 4 beat pulse, right? However, having 4 beats alone to create a strumming pattern doesn't give us a whole lot of creative room to do very interesting things. So what we want to do is we kind of want to find a way to create something a little bit more interesting. So let's go back to that 4 beat pulse and we're going to strum every one of the 4 beats once more. So we have this down, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, whenever we do 2 downs, our hand has to come up to go back down. It's pretty obvious. So if we were to strum on that up movement in between every down, it actually gives us double the amount of beats that we had before. So we go from having 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So your hand isn't moving faster. We're just squeezing in more beats in that pulse. So we have just doubled the amount of beats that we have to create more interesting strumming patterns. So I'm going to play maybe 1 or 2 different strumming patterns so you can hear what that might sound like. And I'm going to start by playing on every single one of those 8 beats. And that sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Here's another one that's really popular. 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and another one. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and... So now I'm going to get into the real secret or the real lesson behind this video. What do we need to start to do or think of to make learning strumming patterns easier? Well, the first thing we really want to do is we want to think of the pulse that we're trying to play along to. In this case, it's a 4 click or 4 beat per measure, which goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before you even start to think of what the strumming pattern is, you have to kind of internalize that rhythm a bit. Maybe you might want to do it by actually moving your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that rhythm in your body, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to start to think of that strumming pattern as a sound. Try not to think of it too much as when to strum up and when to strum down, or what is the order. So I'm going to use this strumming pattern here. Right, let's listen to it. So that sounds like cha, 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 cha. I'm not thinking of downs or ups. I'm just thinking of cha, 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 cha. And if I were to go back one step, the tempo of the song goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not the song, but the beat. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I were to put that strumming pattern that I just heard over that rhythm that I'm doing with my hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, we could start to see how it comes together. Cha, 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 cha. So if you ever get in trouble kind of getting the hang of a strumming pattern, what you really want to do is you want to first assume the rhythm of the song or the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And think of the strumming pattern, think of the sound of the strumming pattern as you do the motion. Cha, 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 cha. And then try your best to really put it in place. That is really what strumming should feel like. Once you start to kind of get beyond that beginner level, you're not thinking downs and ups so much anymore. You're really listening and trying to feel out the rhythm of the song or the beat. So one more thing worth mentioning is that for my right hand, when strumming, it's always ever just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, no matter the strumming pattern. So if I were to strum down, down, up, down, up, or down, down, up, down, down, it's still always just going down, up, down, up. Okay? So your hand should never feel like it should stutter. If it does, then something probably went wrong. So to demonstrate these ideas, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just sound a rhythm out first. And I'm not going to think, well, is it up or down, or where should I strum up or down? I'm just going to move my hand and try to impose that rhythm over my right hand. So the first one that I'm going to do is da, 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 da. And that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Okay, that was a tricky one. What about this? Da, 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 da. Or da, 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 da. Right? So all I'm really doing is I'm kind of moving to the beat, moving my hand to the beat, and then I'm just thinking of that sound over my right hand. So it's a type of confidence you need to build in your right hand to just, hit the strings when you hear the sound in your head, and don't hit the strings when you don't hear the sound in your head. It's a simple idea, but it does take a bit of practice. All right, so let's talk about strumming patterns that are a little bit more advanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first give you a pulse, a beat, and then I'm going to give you a strumming pattern that we want to play. And then we'll kind of see how we figure it out to actually play it. So the pulse is slow, 1, 2, 3. But the strumming pattern is cha, 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 checka, checka, cha, 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 checka, checka. Now, according to the strumming that we did before, we were strumming in what you call 8 notes, meaning that we were just strumming down, up for every click. So if I were to try to do that with this strum, which is kind of slow, down, down, up. If I try to impose that strumming pattern over this movement, cha, 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 it doesn't quite seem as if my hand is moving enough to capture that strumming pattern that I'm hearing in my head, that I'm sounding out. So in this case, what we have here is a 16-note strumming pattern. And that sounds like this. I'm going to take it one step at a time. So going back to the pulse, strumming in quarter notes would sound like 1, 2, 3. 8th notes would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What we need is this: 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now, the numbered beats all fall in the same place. The song hasn't sped up. I'm just squeezing in more strums in between the numbered beats. So that strum again, well, the rhythm that we're going to make the strum out of sounds like this: 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now, the reason I'm doing that is so that you can hear the speed at which my hand is moving. That 16-note rhythm. So I'm just going to do it now without actually hitting the strings. And then I'm going to once again sound out the strumming pattern that we're trying to play. So it goes like this: 3, 4, 1, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. And the strumming pattern is cha, 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 checka, checka, cha, 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 checka, checka. And now it starts to feel as if my hand is moving enough to actually play that strumming pattern in my head. So it's the same thing. Assume the correct beat and then try to impose the sound of the strumming pattern over your strumming hand. So I'll play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, cha, 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 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And that's pretty much the same method. The most important thing, I think, is really getting in the feel of the rhythm, figuring out, is it like an 8th note rhythm or a 16th note rhythm? But with a little practice, you will get the hang of it. And then you just put the strum or the sound of the strum with that rhythm, and you tend to get a more natural approach to learning strumming patterns. Alright guys, so that was your lesson. I hope you learned something from it. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. It will help me out a lot. But until next time, later.